is the main event of the evening and the fight you've all been waiting for. 5-minute rounds for the Brave Combat Federation Bantamweight World Title. Your judges for this bout are Garth Lyons, Paddy Doherty, and Derek Black. Your referee is Deck Larkin. Ladies and gentlemen, before we begin, I have one question for you, and one question only. To the incredible people of Belfast, Northern Ireland, and all those watching around the world, are you ready? Introducing our first warrior, fighting out of the blue corner. This man's a mixed martial artist with a professional record of 5 wins and 2 losses. He stands 175 centimeters tall and weighs already 60.6 kilograms. Representing SBG Ireland and fighting out of Dublin, Ireland by way of South Africa. Please welcome the challenger, Frans the Black Mamba Malambo. And his opponent, fighting out of the red corner. This man's a mixed martial artist with a professional record of 9 wins and 2 losses. He stands 170.6 centimeters tall and weighs already 60.6 kilograms. Representing Team Lakai and fighting out of Baguio City in the Philippines. Please welcome the reigning, defending Brave Combat Federation Bantamweight Champion of the World, Stephen Sniper Loman. For referee instructions, Deck Larkin.
All right, guys, you've been over the rules in the dressing room. Listen to my instructions the whole time. If I tell you stop, stop and very clean. Any questions from the challenger? Any questions from the champion? If you want to touch gloves, do it now. Go back to your corner, come out fighting.
Well, folks, here it is. 5 rounds for the Brave Combat Federation Bantamweight Championship. There's your champion, Stephen Loman, the Sniper. Taking on a man that could definitely be called a sniper himself, Frans Malambo, the Black Mamba. And here we go. Round number 1 of a potential 5.
Two of the nicest guys in the world squaring off against each other.
Absolutely. And they fought before, and it was an absolute war. Malambo came out on the other side of it. Stephen Loman has gone on to capture the Bantamweight Championship, taking out Gudarshan Mangat.
Frans, since that loss, has been an absolute tear inside the promotion.
He really has.
Three first-round finishes, all by KO.
You know, I think that last win over Felipe Efrain was an absolute scene stealer. I mean, that was a beautiful win. His striking on point, and the power is most definitely there for the Black Mamba.
Oh, for sure. That right hand of his is patented.
Frans, when Frans Malambo was striking, he's like an artist drawing a masterpiece. He's fluid with everything he does. You can see he's calm, but he felt in the first fight he made a lot of mistakes, and that was what was Loman capitalized on. And Frans said he won't be making these mistakes tonight.
Most definitely polished his game. The Black Mamba, a guy that in the amateurs was an absolute monster. Had incredible success in the amateurs. But Stephen Loman is a guy, and I've said this a number of times, that he always comes in, even as a champion, as the underdog. It just seems like he's always kind of doubted a little bit.
Nice strong right hand there for Frans.
But he always comes to fight, and he always exceeds expectations. The youngest Brave Combat Federation champion as well. Loman just got tagged.
It looked like a flash knockdown. Loman does have his wits about him there, but that was a big shot by Frans Malambo.
My goodness.
Loman has got him. He's got Frans up against the cage here, but Frans Malambo landed beautifully, timed that right hand beautifully straight down the pipe and on the chin of Loman.
Loman getting out of town.
Is Loman still a little on wobbly legs? He rushes in for the takedown. Franz is making him pay with some shots. He's got the two hands clasped.
Oh, wow.
Wow, Stephen Loman, my goodness. What a takedown by the Filipino champ. That was beautiful.
Franz trying to scoop his hips out while pushing the head of Loman down, and Loman is like a clamp just holding onto the legs of Malambo.
That was the difference in the first fight, was that grappling. How much better has Malambo gotten in the past year and a half?
He showed us there, although the takedown came, he's back on his feet. He's worked his way up with the cage walk. Beautiful work.
My goodness. This fight has so much hype. Of course, one special person has turned things up to a whole nother degree out in the crowd right now.
Francis circles out of weight in the cage now, and you'll see the confidence grow. But one thing you'll see with Franz Malambo, the confidence is there, but he won't rush. Although he doesn't
have to.
Yeah, he doesn't.
Because the power is so serious and the accuracy is really on point.
But sometimes when fighters hurt another fighter, they tend to go head hunting. That's not Franz Malambo. He will stay calm. The finish will come, and that's the way Franz looks at it.
You know, a lot of people consider him to be one of those next big, huge stars out of the SBG camp.
A lot of pressure came on Franz when he first signed with Brave as well. There was so much hype behind him, and I think that added, and Franz spoke about that. He says a lot of people talk about my hype and talk about that. He says, I don't feel relevant. I haven't got enough wins to feel relevant.
Franz Malambo's on target right now. He is in his groove, doing his thing inside the Brave cage.
Loman here, he needs to get out of kickboxing range with Malambo. Good body shot there, but at the moment, it's Franz Malambo who's starting to pick apart, and the face is starting to wear it on Loman. The bloody nose.
Stephen Loman, you definitely see that damage. That one big shot hurt him, but here comes Loman. He's charging forward. He tried to get the single leg, but great defense by Franz Malambo.
Loman didn't really set that up, just changed levels and charged. Malambo doing very well not to get it down, and that again shows the difference between the opening, the first fight, the original fight with these two guys. Franz stuffing the takedown, doing well against the cage here as well. Expecting to circle out, he has.
And they are back separated once again, and right at the range of the Black Mamba, where he can strike. 20 seconds. Here comes Malambo, and he's got Loman reeling.
He just seems to be a fraction faster than Loman in his strikes. He's landing a quick 1-2 pep combination, and Loman is throwing a big hand, and Franz beats him to the punch.
Living up to all of the hype, and round one is up. That was a beautiful round. Franz looks so crisp in the first round of that fight. Yeah. You're absolutely right.
And he did land that devastating right as well in the first one.
Yeah, it was that flash knockdown. You're absolutely right. I mean, I can remember it now. I mean, that was Brave #1, second fight in the history of Brave Combat Federation, right? Well, here we go, folks. We're right back to it. Round number 2. Championship on the line. Cyrus Spees, Noel O'Keefe, and Yusuf Nasser, and he just missed.
Loman tries to reply with it, but Franz is looking comfortable and light, and his range is beautiful. There's a few times Loman's missed that kick as well. Franz just seems just in the right range for him. Of course, he's the lot taller striker, and much more reach as well, and he's using and utilizing that reach beautifully so far.
Look at that. Kind of see with Stephen Loman starting to get a little bit of a swagger. He's starting to get his movement in there, trying to hit his angles. He is a sniper for a reason. The guy has crazy power. Charging forward. Can he bring him to the ground?
He's got the body lock.
It's going to be tough. Malambo
shaking it off.
Out of it.
Beautiful. He had the body lock. It looked almost complete. Hands clasped, but Franz looked brilliantly to...
I mean, you know, the list goes on and on. The guys that Franz Malambo gets to train with on a regular basis. I mean, as good as Team Lakay is, SBG has turned into one of the preeminent camps in all of MMA right now.
And you only have to look, if you look at SBG, you're regularly visitors from all across the world. The top fighters, Aljamain Sterling was only there last week as well.
So you imagine, that's iron sharpening iron over there at SBG Ireland.
Well, Franz has been beautifully in this fight so far as well. He's landed a nice body kick. He's landed it a few times. And again, he's just out of that reach. His distant range is fantastic again here tonight.
Stephen Loman, you got to think about going forward. You got to think about changing levels once again, timing it just right. The wrestling acumen of those Team Lakay fighters is actually pretty surprising. These guys have great takedown skill.
Loman's doing well there as well. He's starting to maybe get the range of Franz where he's out of range when Franz is striking.
Belfast, Northern Ireland is the site, the SSE Arena, and it's been rocking all night long. The fans still in the stands, watching closely at this championship bout.
Franz doing well to keep that right hand up as well. Loman has thrown that kick up a few times. And there's Franz countering as well. He just closes the distance as Loman goes to strike.
He's looking to strike. Oh, there it is. There's the timing.
Beautiful level change. Beautiful level change by Loman.
Well, he waited for a spot there, and now isolating the arm, Frans Malambo. Stephen Loman's going to try to pass.
You see Franz just holding the left wrist, I should say, of Loman, and maybe going to try to stuff it up, use them long legs as well, potentially attack a triangle.
Well, I mean, that's the thing. When you got those long legs, that's something you have to be working on a regular basis. That gives you an advantage in this division all day long.
You can see Franz is just, he's shown it, he's lost it there, but he was just keeping the open guard, getting ready to stuff the hand if required.
Both men just battling on the ground right now. Round number 2 of this potential 5-round fight. And you got to take it round by round. I think everybody here probably agrees that Frans Malambo had round 1, but Stephen Loman's going to make a good case for round 2 if it should go that long.
And this is exactly where he won the first fight. Dominating on top, taking down Malambo over and over again, and just controlling him on the ground.
Franz just seems to be clamping up now, waiting for the referee to stand up. Not a lot's happening. Now he moves. It's a bit of a scramble here, Loman.
Well, Loman may just get a better position because of it. Malambo grabs onto the leg.
Nice trip by Franz to get back to his feet. Frans Malambo, excellent work. Loman tries to close the distance and land a big knee.
Huge knees by the sniper. What a matrix-like dodge there by Stephen Loman getting out of the way of that big punch.
Franz looked like he was hurt by that a little. I think it was more he was off balance maybe.
Is this a war or what, boys? This is a fight.
This is the reason why this was the main event. Both fighters showing their strengths.
Who is going to walk out of Belfast? The Brave Combat Federation Bantamweight champion on the money.
Franz having great success with that straight right, straight down the pipe as well. He is having good success with it. It's landed on a few occasions for him.
He's so aware of that counter punch. And you see he kind of jerks that head back every time he throws a big punch because he knows that Franz is going to answer back. You can tell both these guys have been studying up on each other. Final moments here in round number 2. This has been a battle, but there's always enough time for a big flash knockout here with these guys.
But again, with this one, Loman got the takedowns on a few occasions, but Franz is getting back up from him. He's recovering and getting position, and then he is constantly backing on.
Bantamweight division is really developing as well, so these guys are not short of any potential matchups moving forward.
France, all right, guys, third round.
Going into the third round here, potentially locked up 1-1. If so, who's going to take the advantage in this very important third round? Another 5 minutes to go in this bantamweight matchup.
At the moment, it started at third here. It just seems like it's in Franz's, in his range more than Loman's. Loman's missing by a distance with these. They're only range-finding little jabs he's throwing out, but it is outside where Franz can't touch Loman at this distance.
Here we go again. Great defense by Frans Malambo. It looked like he had that one. but he just lost the grip on the leg as he was charging forward, and Malambo is able to stay on his feet.
And I think what's allowing France to stop these as well is that he's keeping it in the range that he wants. So because it's in that kickboxing range, the long range for France, when he is touching Lohman, he sees him change levels and rush. So it gives France that extra moment to react to the takedown. Lohman's in on a double here, though.
Can he get it? Can he charge forward and get the trip? And he does. Well done by the champion. He doesn't want to give up that belt.
And that was beautiful. He was charging forward and just got the little trip at the end just to...
It's muscle memory. You can tell, you know, just the hours and the hours where, you know, maybe Franz Malambo was working on that boxing or working on that striking. Stephen Lohman was working on the wrestling, and that's the difference maker so far. It's something you just can't teach in such a short period of time. You just have to put in the hours on the mats.
Just advanced now into side control as well. So nice movement in jiu-jitsu to move through the guard.
He could isolate the right arm here.
Yeah, he's looking to isolate it all right. Maybe goes knee on belly here. Franz is going to stuff that in and retain half guard.
Can he get into full mount? And no, Franz, well done.
And it's a loose open guard. And
he's in. And we got full mount.
Great points to the legs as well.
3 minutes left in this round. Lots of time to work for Stephen.
Watch out for elbows. Big shots here by Stephen Lohman. He postures up. And the champion's going to work.
Touching up and the big shots. Franz is trying to turn and get out of there, but the champion heavy hips.
The sniper is going to town.
Franz Malambo just trying to break the posture here and pull Lohman back down to him.
Franz is in trouble with a lot of time to go. He is close to the cage, so if there's ever a chance that maybe Wawa can get out of this situation to buck out.
Lohman slowly moving his knees up as well.
Looks like he may look for an armbar.
This could be France expected to explode and push off the cage here and try and get out the back door.
It's his best chance right here. He couldn't ask for a better position in this spot to try to get out. He has long legs.
Lohman just trying to push out his way. France, here's the scramble. This is important.
Wow.
Lohman
the athleticism of Franz Malambo. One hook is in. He's going to try to get underneath that chin. Franz Malambo has to be careful. He has to keep that chin tucked.
Well, France has control. He's two hands on the right arm of Stephen Lohman. Lohman rolls back, and this is where Lohman's just going to try and get that second hook in and be patient. Plenty of time in the round.
Boy, you're absolutely right. 90 seconds left here in round number 3. A lot of time to operate and work on that choke. Peppering him right now with the left hands, trying to soften him up. If he gets under that chin, it's going to be problems.
Again, you can see both fighters are calm here. There's nobody rushing or panicking, both offensively for Lohman and defensively for Malambo. He's going to wait to the adjustment of the champion and try to use any space given to him to get a better position.
And obviously, you know, Malambo, this is something he's worked on a long time. You work on it, defending the choke, hours and hours on the mat, rolling, doing jiu-jitsu. Can he thwart the champion, Stephen Lohman, in this position?
He's got about a minute left in this round to make something happen.
France slowly trying to walk in and get the
angle.
angles, goes for the arm too. Retains the body lock, and that was good work by Lohman. He tried to attack a submission, but when he seen it was gone, he just readjusted.
In an unorthodox position right now. Looks like he's going to try to go for that arm.
France is just trying to turn into him. Lohman might be better off going back and locking up that body lock.
Well, let's give props to Franz Malambo right now. He has played this game very, very well. When you talk about a minute and a half to go, that's like an eternity when you got somebody on your back. Well done by Franz Malambo.
And as well, Franz is staying calm here, so he's not burning out his energy here. He is staying calm. Lohman sneaking it under the chin.
There's a neck crack.
It's not under the chin.
And there's the buzzer.
chest here. He wants that title around his waist, wants to bring it back to the gym there in Dublin. And Stephen Lohman, this has become his identity. That championship belt has pushed him to another level. And here we go with round 4. The respect through the roof.
The good thing for Lohman as well, with all the wrestling and grappling that has gone on, that can slow Franz striking down a little. Your muscles filled with blood from grappling, exchanging. But as I pointed out, Franz was very calm on the bottom. He wasn't really trying to explode or burst with energy, so his energy would be quite reserved. He stayed calm in that bad position.
Down the middle, Franz Malambo. The guy is absolutely known for those direct shots. You don't see a lot of hooks. He is always straight down the middle. The Black Mamba.
Time. Stand up. I just want to fix the shorts. The buttons hanging out there is very dangerous. It's dangerous just on the fighter.
Oh, okay. We have some drawstrings that they're going to take care of right now. Referee Decky Larkin. A little bit of a break in the action here in the 4th round. Both fighters came to war tonight. Nobody half-stepping. Both guys bringing it here in Belfast. So many great finishes tonight. We have put together an incredible highlight reel.
So the crowd here is definitely pro Malambo. I mean, if you look around, it seems like all of SBG's here. But interestingly enough, there's around 30 to 40 of Lohman's family members over here.
Yeah, a great ovation. I mean, you better believe that is a big thing for Stephen Lohman. It's incredible that they traveled, they made that trip, all to be a part of this. Beautiful kick to the body by Malambo. You don't see a lot of kicks by Franz, so adept with his hands, but when he does, right on the money.
Nice exchange by both fighters there, landing.
This one's shaping up being one of the best fights in the history of the promotion. We're in our 13th event. It's been an absolute roller coaster ride for the past 2 years. The fights like this make it all worth it.
Oh, a nice left hand by Franz. He's just trying to time Lohman as he's strong. He just fancies he's that millisecond faster than Lohman, and it's proven that way when they are striking.
How long until Stephen Lohman looks to change levels and goes back to it?
It's something he seems to be doing. He's sort of lulling Franz into the, hey, I'm going to stand and trade and let's have a striking match. And when Franz isn't expected, he changes levels. So it's a smart tactic by Lohman.
Lohman and Malambo, both guys extremely young fighters. Outside leg kick by Stephen Lohman.
Franz needs to work off the jab. He's only throwing single shots at the moment. He needs to throw some combinations in there. He's landing the jab, but he's not following it up.
Stephen Lohman, one of the most humble guys you'll deal with. This is a guy that loves being champion, very proud of it, but he doesn't have that whole swagger. He doesn't really put it out there. He's going to look for the takedown, and he eats an uppercut. Great scout that one out by Franz Malambo.
Seen that one coming. It was a little slower of a takedown by the champion as well. Franz starting to let his hands go now.
He may be getting that confidence back, especially after stuffing the takedown. Now Franz Malambo can go back to doing what he does best. At the 2-minute mark here, folks, 2 minutes to go in round number 4. Championship is on the line, the bantamweight title.
You can see these guys easily having a trilogy, no matter what the outcome here.
Oh, I'd love to see it.
These are going to be dance partners for a while, I think. Franz in this round, he's having the more success on the striking here, so it looks like Franz is pulling around back with the takedown.
There it goes.
Beautiful.
Wow. Rolled right through, though.
Excellent.
Well done by Malambo. Man, did he not time that perfectly again, though. I mean, you're talking about just milliseconds of seeing that movement and ducking down and shooting for that takedown. And it's pretty to watch. Brave 13, guys. Hashtag it. Don't forget, here's another takedown attempt. Lohman is not going to give up on this. Pushing Malambo up against the fence.
Franz is just trying to frame in between and expecting to step out and turn off.
He's had success with the knees. Will he continue to punish the very tall Franz Malambo? He separates 45 seconds. Malambo stalking, going right down the middle. If he lands that thing, it can end the night of Stephen Lohman. That's how hard Malambo hits.
We've seen that in his last outing as well in the Brave cage. That's almost caught Lohman coming in.
And a big kick, you're right, he caught him coming in. Stephen Lohman lands a knee with final seconds here as we get ready to go into the 5th and final round.
Lohman was dropping to the knee to try and complete a takedown. Franz was aware of him pulling back up.
There it is. We got one more to go.
Giving Lohman that time to change level and take you down. So it's understandable why Franz is throwing single shots. But the odd time, I think he just needs to double up on his work. And that's probably what his corner could be telling him.
Here we go, folks. One more round. This is your 5th and final, your championship round. Malambo and Lohman. Who's going to take it? Who wants it more?
Less than 5 minutes to find out who the new or current bantamweight champion of Brave is.
Exactly. Is it going to be Ann New or Ann Still? Inside leg kick by Lohman. How long is he going to take Lohman until he goes for that takedown?
Again, it's the range, I think, as well. Lohman's, when Franz comes in and throws the strikes, that's when he's susceptible to the takedown of Lohman, and Lohman drives through. So while they're standing just jostling and each other showing feints, that's probably not the right time to go for the takedown.
Here we go. Can he get it? No, he can't get the trip. He tries to turn him, and he's going to jump on his back.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Beautiful work by Lohman. It looked like he lost it. It looked like he lost it, and he just stepped over
He
Franz.
never gave up, fully committed to it. Wow, what a takedown.
He could end up in a great position here.
He needs to try to get Malambo away from that cage. The closer he is to the cage, the more apt he is to get out of this situation, and he is right in his own corner. So he's getting great instructions by his crew at SBG. Here comes the elbows. And small shots.
All just to the skies to try and push and advance the position as well. He's what I like about what Stephen Lohman does, he sits and he gets in the position. He doesn't rush to pass. He sets it up like he just has. Steps across, looking into mount here.
Nearly got full mount. Well done by Franz.
Looking to get a little bit of head control and hold Franz down. Franz looking to maybe buck and shrimp and maybe maintain full guard.
Really tough to deal with on the ground there is Stephen Lohman. He has that really smothering style of wrestling.
Franz has got less than 3 minutes here to find a way to get up and finish this fight.
I'll tell you one thing, you got to have that mentality when you come in somebody's backyard that you got to finish it. That is the end of it.
Yep.
Blood coming out as well from these elbows.
Seemed like it was only a matter of time till we saw a little bit of blood between these two, especially considering the first time around there was a ton of blood. We're at the halfway mark with Stephen Lohman on top in half guard and doing work and continuing to progress.
And I think Lohman is happy in a half guard here because it's a good position where your hips are heavy and you can control your opponent.
Underrated position. You can do a lot of work.
John Kavanagh, interesting enough, calling for a leg lock sequence.
We'll see if he goes for it. He heard that very, very clearly.
Oh, big elbows for the champion.
Big right hands and big elbows from Stephen Lohman. Like I said before, he does not want to relinquish that title.
Let's go, Stephen.
About a minute and a half left, guys.
Oh, big shots as well, and this is why Lohman is a champion. This is a championship performance right here.
Absolutely.
5-round war. Stephen Loman showing that he can go that distance, and that's a long distance to go. 25 minutes.
Oh. Getting a little bit of space. He needs to get out of there, but Loman just, again, like a vice grip lock around the body, and again, just controls the position.
Stephen Loman, he's trying to finish this fight by any means necessary, and Franz Malambo nearly got up. Couldn't quite get the separation.
1 minute to the end of the round.
Such a tight matchup, guys. You hate to leave it to judges, but it looks like we may be in that territory here with 45 seconds left. And the grinding continues by our champ.
A big fifth round by the champion. Once he's got the takedown, he's worked and he's sat in this half-guard position, landed good shots, opening up a cut in Franz Malambo, making life difficult. Franz has tried everything. He's tried booking, he's pushed away, he's got his distance, but each time he does, the champion just draws him back in.
Final moments, folks, and here we go. Looks like this is where we're going to end. Stephen Loman on top, the sniper. Did he do enough to hold on to that championship?
That's it.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's give these two warriors a big round of applause for our main event championship fight. After 5 incredible rounds, we go to the judges' scorecard. And all judges score the same way for unanimous decision victory. And still, the Brave Combat Federation